Hey guys, it's Michelle here, and as you may or may not know, I have recently returned from Mexico where I wrote the rough draft of Emerging from the Darkness. And it is my story of healing and the journey that it takes. And it brought up a lot of things for me, a huge one being the dangers of stereotypes. And how often we unconsciously or consciously play out those stereotypes. And why it's so near and dear to my heart is because from the time I was a young child, I was very aware of what everybody expected me to be. I heard the stories. Children of abusers grow up to be abusers. Children of addicts grow up to be addicts. Single moms, moms on welfare, like you name it. I was aware of where I was told I was going to go and what I was going to end up like. And there's danger in that in two ways, because often people follow that cycle. I took the opposite route and I set out to try and prove everybody wrong. One of the things that I got really frustrated with was hearing, "You are the exception to the rule," because it made me wonder why we have a rule. Why is there a rule that tells people that they're going to fail? And so I need to wonder if people follow that cycle because it's what they know and what they've learned, or it's because they're told that's what they have to do. That's what's expected of them. So I'm really passionate about, number one, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't be. You can be anything. And number two is to try and draw awareness to what stereotypes are you using and what messages are you telling people. There's also a downside to stereotypes in that, like I said, I set out to prove everybody wrong. And I was so busy putting one foot in front of the other and thinking that my outward success was proof of my healing, that I ended up hiding the shame and pain from my childhood. Like, I hid it so well, I didn't even know it was there until it came crashing down. So when we're using stereotypes, it's telling people what they need to be. And I'm sure you have a lot of stories about what you should do and how life is supposed to look like. They're all bullshit. You are perfect. You are perfectly imperfect. And when we tell people that they have to follow a certain line, then it's easy for them to succumb to that. Or they get so busy trying to prove you wrong that they forget about their own healing. What if everybody was exactly where they need to be? And they could do and be anything they wanted. So my huge message is, if you come from a place of abuse or addictions or less than, do not think that you need to repeat that. You can heal and grow and have the unconditional love and acceptance Even if it's not from your parents, that's a real thing. You can do that, and you can be anything you want to be. Don't buy into what people tell you you have to become. And number 2, if you're like me and you're just really, really busy trying to prove everybody wrong in your external success, know that internally you're still valuable and you are priceless. Where you've been does not need to determine where you're going. And it is never too late. I love you guys. I want to thank everybody who hopped on here. And yeah, know that you are absolutely perfect. And I love you guys. I will talk to you soon.